Welcome to Unit 8. This is 8.1, Introduction to Waves. On your phone, if it says 3G, we know that 3G internet is going to be slower than 4G. So 3G is slower than 4G. So this internet is fairly slow because we have 3G. So why is 3G internet slower? Well, to understand that, we have to understand waves better. In this lesson, we will learn about amplitude, wavelength, and frequency. Here we have a wave. When we move this up and down, we generate a wave. Amplitude tells us how large a wave is. So if we make the amplitude larger, the wave gets bigger. If we make the amplitude smaller, the wave gets smaller. So this wave has a larger amplitude than this one. This wave has a smaller amplitude. To figure out the amplitude, that's how high the wave gets from the middle. In this case, we see that it goes up to 5, so the amplitude of this wave is 5. Okay. Next, we have wavelength. Wavelength is how long the wave is. So for example, if we pause this wave, the length from here to there, that's the wavelength. So here's a wave with a long wavelength. Here's a wave with a short wavelength. Let's try this again. Let's draw this a little better because it's squeezed in very tight. Short wavelength, long wavelength. Okay. What's the wavelength of this wave? The wavelength, we can look at it. It goes from here. The wave goes up, down, and up again. It goes from 0 to 8. So the wavelength is 8. Another way to get the same answer, here is the x is 2. Here the x is 10. So that means that this segment has a length of 8. So the wavelength is 8. Frequency. When we increase the frequency of the wave, we're going up and down very quickly. When we decrease the frequency of the wave, we're going up and down slowly. Okay. So here's the frequency. To figure out the frequency of the wave, I'm going to set the frequency to 0.5. Let's set it to 2. So here's the frequency of the wave. It's 2.00. We have to use a timer. We can see the wave goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We want to figure out how many waves we get. Let's set it for 10 seconds. 1. Okay. So let's try this again. We want to count how many cycles we go up, down, up, down, up, down. For example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Let's do it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So after about 10 seconds, so frequency is how fast we go up and down, for example. In this case, it's really how fast we are undulating. Well, if we go up and down 20 times in 10 seconds, then the frequency is going to be 20 divided by 10 seconds, which is 2. And it's 1 over seconds, which is a hertz. So the frequency here would be 2 hertz. Okay. So here are 2 waves. Notice that a wave with a higher frequency has a shorter wavelength. Lower frequency waves have a longer wavelength. So wave A has a higher frequency and longer wavelength. Wave B has a lower frequency. The wavelength here is actually shorter because we see the wavelength is right here from here to here. And that one, the wavelength is a little longer. Lower frequency, longer wavelength. The big idea. So this is frequency. Wavelength, we use lambda. When the frequency is bigger, the wavelength is smaller, like that. Of course, when the frequency is lower, the wavelength is longer. In fact, 4G internet is faster than 5G. It's faster than 3G. And nowadays, we're getting 5G internet. 5G uses even higher frequency, so the wavelength is shorter. Here's a 4G tower, 5G tower. Notice that 5G uses higher frequency than 2G, 3G, 4G. Higher frequency, when we increase the frequency, that lets us transmit information faster. So higher frequency, faster internet. But it also means that the wave does not go as far. So we would need more cell towers. Okay. All right, that's it.